Alright, hello, and welcome back to a special video for the Kid Icarus series. As I mentioned, the best ending. Some kind of wall display like the Wizard of Oz movie, huh? Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Or in this case, the woman behind the curtain, but... Anyways, that part I had on my playthrough, but... This part... And all that... You have to have all upgrades, arrows, and life meter, as well as max hearts, I think it is. I don't know. I mean, I'd have to look that up, or anybody watching this video can look it up. It shouldn't be too hard these days. But yeah. It is possible to get that ending on the first playthrough. It doesn't require a second loop, so to speak. I just, again, missed that arrow in 2-1, and that probably shot my chances of getting that ending on my playthrough. But anyways, hold on, I'll be right back. Pause. Well, Kid Icarus wasn't exactly a major hit game. Didn't sell as many copies as Zelda or Mario did, but at least where I lived, it was a game that everybody had and everybody played. So much so that I was surprised that it really didn't spawn a major series like Zelda or Mario or even Final Fantasy did. As far as I know, there was only 2 other games in later years. This one, on the original Game Boy, I didn't even know existed until like 2015, 2016 when I was buying Game Boy games for my 3DS Virtual Console. This game showed up on a list. I'm like, what? You mean there was a sequel to Kid Icarus a few years later that I didn't even know about? Granted, it was on Game Boy, so that could explain it. As I've said before, I never really got into the original Game Boy at the time because of that 2-inch by 2-inch black and white or black and pale green screen. Always capitalized, italicized, an exclamation mark after that word. Always gave me a freaking headache if I played it for more than... Always gave me a headache if I played it for more than an hour at a time. So yeah, all of the games on, well, there's only a couple of them that I ever really got into even in later years. The original Link's Awakening. Of course, even for that, I preferred the DX remake, colorized, but Metroid 2, the original version of that game. That was about it. Anyways. No, I'm not doing a full playthrough of this game, at least not yet. Maybe someday, but for now. Okay, you still got those things that drop down. Hives or whatever. Graphically, kind of looks like a black and white version of the original. I mean, everything's a little bit bigger, surprisingly, being this is Game Boy and not NES, but yeah. Can't believe I didn't know this game existed at the time. I would have played it with as much as I liked the original that I just finished. You know. Kid Icarus, Myths and Monsters. I'll have to look into that. Maybe this was one of those games like Dragon Quest 5 and 6 or Final Fantasy 2 and 3 that were never released here in America. Maybe that's why I never heard of it until one of those things. Wait a minute, how are you supposed to get up there? Can't, oh, because you can't jump that high. Okay. Oh, we're gonna need the map. Does that mean this has like the original game, 1, 4, 2, 4, 3, 4, where you have those statue guys you gotta break free to help with the boss at the end? I don't know. This time I really am just guessing. Is with Kid Icarus, I did know. I used to know a lot about that game and still do, but granted, as my playthrough just now showed, I forgot a lot about that game. This game, I never have played, so no idea whatsoever what to expect if I ever did do a playthrough of this. Of course, the only other Kid Icarus game I know of is Uprising on the 3DS, which seems to be the game these days whenever I mention Kid Icarus games on Twitch stream chat rooms. The sight of the words Kid Icarus and everybody seems to remember Uprising, not so much the original that I just finished, but oh, okay, well at least you don't die, at least you don't fall to your death when you fall down like that. Like it, okay, that could be a major improvement. Don't have to worry about stocking up on feathers. Oh great, this one seems to have a lot more annoying... Jump! A lot more annoying jumps to make though, apparently. Okay, what is that? Oh, you don't just have them... Okay. You don't just have them in the maze dungeons this time. Okay. Uh-oh. One of these rooms again. Speaking of which, that's another thing I never did get in my playthrough of the original game. That credit card that you can win in rooms like this. Oh, I ran out of money. Okay, so just like the original. It takes money to shoot. Okay, fine. I don't know why that is. It doesn't take money to shoot your bow any normal time. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Okay. I can still... Well, that's different. In the original, once you got all of the items you shot, once you picked up all those items, the game instantly transported you back out of the room. Yep, still the same in that regard. Oh, so you have to walk back out. Okay. Oh, goody, they got that. Oh, yay. Oh, come on, really? Of all the places to put that thorn bead stuff. Poison, whatever it's supposed to be. Oh, so you got lives in this one. Okay. Well, that's different. Anyways. Looks like an okay game for the original Game Boy, but yeah. Again, I'm not doing a full playthrough of it yet. Maybe someday, but for now, no. And of course, speaking of, well, as soon as it starts, this game I did know about. I did want to get. But the 3DS always seem to have some other game that I wanted more, whether it was Dragon Quest 7 and 8 remakes or Metroid 2, Samus Returns remake, Superstar Saga. There was always some other game I wanted more, so I never did get around to getting this. Then, of course, they ended internet support for the 3DS. So I never did get this game, unfortunately. But yeah, again, this one I always did know about. Never got around to buying it and playing it, though. But yeah, that Game Boy game I just showed part of, that was released here. I looked it up while loading this. It was released here in November of 91, around the same time the Game Boy original Metroid 2 was. Also around the same time Final Fantasy IV, aka Final Fantasy II, released on the Super Nintendo here in America. November 91. Which could also explain why I'd never really heard of the original of the Game Boy game I was just showing part of. It came out at the same time Final Fantasy IV did, or of course Final Fantasy II here. But that was the Super Nintendo. That was the game, the new game I was playing all of for the rest of, playing for pretty much the remainder of 91 and the first parts of 92. Anyways.
Before you head out, Pit, let me explain the basics.
That would be great.
This game has 3 basic controls. Move with the circle pad.
Okay, we have voice acting now, huh?
And aim with the touch screen.
Move
oh,
with the
goody,
circle
we have
pad,
touch screen controls,
aim my
huh?
attacks with the touch screen, and fire with the L button. Got it.
Moving slowly in
Okay.
circles is a good way to avoid enemy fire.
Anyways, again, this isn't going to be a full playthrough. Just thought I'd wrap up Kid Icarus playthrough by showing the other 2 games in the short-lived series of 3.
Your reticle will change shape.
Unless there's other games out there that I still to this day I'm not aware of.
Whoa, that really
Which wouldn't surprise me how long it...
Good to know.
I mean, Kid Icarus 2, Myths and Monsters existed for nearly a quarter century before I even knew it. There was such a game, so... It wouldn't surprise me to find out that there are other games that Well, graphically, this game looks good. I don't know about that touchscreen control stuff since, emulators. Yeah. Birthday. Why do you need to know my name and birthday? And I don't really care because I'm not really playing the game right now. Just solo. Well, Street Pass. That's definitely out. There is no more internet support for 3DS games. Good thing they still have the solo option, or this game would be useless now.
Before you head out, Pit, let me explain the basics.
Oh, you already
That'd
did.
be great.
This game...
Okay, come on.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
The return of Bluetooth.
It's been too long, Lady Palutena.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
We can chat later, Pit.
And never mind, actually. No, I didn't want to do that. I just... Oh, great.
Whoa.
Never mind. Alright, and now back to the original game. For a minute. And by the way, why are these people always using assumed names in the end credits? A lot of NES games did that. Well, were they afraid of letting people know that they had something to do with this game? I mean, I could see with some of the abominable games like Hide Lied or Fester's Quest, but this game? Excuse me. Alright. Push start. Alright, now, since so much of this game is based, at least for the upgrades, is based on score, it's going to take a little while, but wait for all four groups of four of these enemies to get down here. And by the way, I stand corrected. You don't keep all of your items you got on the first round, first run through. I lost my potion barrel and yeah, my mallets and whatever else. Of course, I never had the credit card. But, yeah. One of the items I never did get. Alright, don't go in that room yet. Try to... Okay, I should still be able to go back in there. Alright, now wait for all four groups of four of these guys to drop. So I get all 3,200 points that I could possibly get up to this point. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Dang it. Alright, try this again. Alright, that's all 3,200. That's all 3,200 points I could possibly get up to this point without going up any further and then thereby eradicating that room anywhere. Alright, now let's see this. Nope, it is as I thought. This room is always empty. At least it always has been for me. On both first and second playthroughs. Which again, to me, just begs the question, why is this room even here? There's never nothing in it. Ever. At least not for me. I don't know. Maybe other people have had more luck getting... I'm guessing it's supposed to be an arrow upgrade. Yeah. And with that, I truly end the series. I mean, showed everything pretty much except for that credit card I've mentioned a few times already, but yeah. Next NES game will probably be Fazanadu RPG. Well, kind of a borderline RPG. I mean, you do level up experience, but anyways, yeah. That came out in the last half of 1989 on the NES. Got it for Christmas that year. In fact, I mentioned it in my anniversary video. One of the 3 anniversary videos I did, I played part of it. That'll probably be my next NES game whenever I need another break from the long RPGs that I love playing. Don't get me wrong, but after a while it can get a little tedious and I do need a break. Luckily, October October came around and 40th anniversary for the NES gave me that break I needed playing this game. But anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for either Final Fantasy V or Dragon Quest VII, or both actually. Now that I'm done with this game, it's back to those two. See ya.